Yeah, that's right, Roger. It's been quite a 4-year ride for this Lake Travis program, and now they've proven they can persevere even through the tough times. Getting past Cedar Park was the key, and now this weekend, the 4A semifinals against Friendswood at A&M's Kyle Field. Tightly played the first half, but what a moment for Connor Floyd. Catching the touchdown from Michael Brewer, completing his comeback from that broken leg, the first game of the season. Cavs up 7-3 at the half, and second half they get some separation. Cameron Wrinkle, last week's hero on special teams, returned a punt for a touchdown, takes the handoff, dives for the pylon, 14-3. Later they padded some more. Brewer high steps to the end zone, but it's their defense that's really stood out these last 2 weeks. They intercept quarterback Pete Maetzold 4 times. Zach Struling the honors there. They win 24-3, and they will play for a 4th consecutive state title next week.
This is, I couldn't ask for a better feeling until, winning state for the 4th time. So this is about as good as it gets until next week.
It definitely feels great, and to have Connor here back and getting a touchdown in this semifinal game is it's really cool.
And it's been a tough year because of a lot of things. New head coach, a lot of injuries, tough schedule, a couple losses. Couldn't be proud of our guys. This is what we set out to do, and we got a chance to do it.
We're 4 quarters away from reaching our goal, and we're going to Jerry's World next Saturday.
Yeah, state championship games at Cowboys Stadium this year. Lake Travis plays next Saturday at noon against Denton Ryan for the 4A Division I title. Lake Travis would be just the 3rd team in history to win 4 straight after Sealy and Salina. On the flip side, there's Stony Point, who's become one of the state's best in 5A without a championship, hoping this would be their year in a rematch with Euless Trinity, who's ranked number 1 in the nation. This one at Baylor's Floyd Casey and Stony Point going step for step with the Trojans early. Aaron Sharp to Sam Kelly on the screenplay. He turns upfield, 76 yards for the score. Stony Point 17-14 at the half, but they couldn't close it out. Euless Trinity jumps back in front. Terrence Tucson to pay dirt. It was 28-24 Trinity late in the game. Stony Point needing a stop, but they get beat on a trick play. Reverse pass from Brandon Carter to Neela Kasatati Nubule, part of that strong Polynesian influence in the community as Trinity starts to celebrate. Craig Cheshire knows the end is near. Trojans take a knee, and that's it. 28-24 the final. Stony Point falls in the state semis for a 3rd straight year, 2nd time to Trinity.
After 3 years of the same thing, it's tough. A lot of these guys, they come out and play their hearts out. A lot of these guys, it's their last time they put football pads on. And, that's the hardest thing to get over, is that it could be over for a lot of these guys. And, you just got to come out and play your hearts out. And they played a great game. They're a great team. There's a reason they're ranked number 1 in the nation.
They've won 3 of these games so far. Maybe it is their year. They're a great football team. But I tell you what, my guys never backed down, and we played into the very end. And for that, I'll always be very proud.
Their only loss could also be the 3rd year they fall to the eventual state champion Trinity and Pearland next week for the title. Also at Baylor this weekend, Wimberley, one of the elite in 3A, facing Cold Spring in a battle of unbeatens, but the Texans were playing catch-up the entire way. Cody Cummings, a one-man wrecking crew, dances his way in for the touchdown, then bulldozing in behind some blockers, 20-0. Cold Spring before Wimberley got on the board, but a good-looking play here from Brady Lambert to Brendan Blakemore. Wimberley's season ends just a week too soon. 26-14 the final for their only loss. Down in 2A, what a treat for Lago Vista. Taking the field at DKR Texas Memorial on Saturday. First time there this far in the playoffs, facing Cameron Yo, and for a running team, they sure do throw it well. Garrett Swan with a deep ball to Sam Rebelke. That would lead to a field goal in front of a very proud following there, but trouble keeping up with the Yeomen. Quarterback Jack Rhodes on the keeper makes it 14-3, and then finding Quinn Haynes. Rhodes with 44 passing touchdowns this season. They win 42-17. Lago Vista gave it a great run. One more to tell you about is the Lexington Eagles chase school history at Houston's Berry Center against Refugio in the 2A Division II semifinals, and Lexington staying the course with their explosive offense. Kogan Garrett threw for 3 touchdowns in the game, and then they turn it over to big running back Xavier Ward to drive it home. He had 2 more touchdowns. Lexington into the state championships for the first time in 32 years with a 45-24 win. They're perfect on the season and get Idalou next week for the title. That game at Vernon Newsom Stadium in Mansfield next Saturday at 4 o'clock.